days are cooler, nights are warmer, and I put the blame on you. Time moves slow, but my heart beats faster. When these eyes are looking right at you, right at you, you give me something to believe in, just what I needed. You're the closest.
So I'm going to play this clip from Kenny Walden, Too Raw, Too Real, because there was a lot of, I saw it as soon as they were playing those Megan Thee Stallion videos. Did you see any of them, Dr. Robin?
Yes, I saw one of them.
Okay, so let me ask you before I play the clip. I know you're not a prude, per se.
Not at all.
No, I know, per se. I was just going to say per se. There's so many of us that wrap ourselves in this Bible, but we don't to the point where we want to put people in bondage around what we think is appropriate behavior. You know, as Jesus hung out with every kind of person that nobody wanted to hang out with, including people that were wiping his feet with perfume. I'm gonna say less about that, but he was hanging out with some people that people were like, this man is not holy. Is that him with the tax collector? Is that him with the thief? Yes. Wait a minute. Is that Mary and Martha? You know about Mary. You know Mary was out there doing, it's like, I'm sure there was all kind of conversations about the very person that y'all wrap yourselves in was hanging out with the woman at the well that nobody wanted to talk to because she was just out there doing stuff.
As you say, in these streets.
In the streets.
He was in these streets. Yeah.
I'm like, what Jesus are they following? I'm just so confused. But anyway, I'm going to say less. So folk were like, how dare she have, first of all, it was a rally. All right. And it wasn't a camp. It wasn't not necessarily like a political situation. It was a rally. It was a rally where you get rah-rah. Rallies. Have you watched any sporting events? It's going to be all these entertainers, Quavo from the Migos, and but you had both senators from Georgia there too. I didn't hear a lot of. They were the first ones out talking. Stacey Abrams was there. What are we doing? This is crazy. So Meg Thee Stallion did her body yada yada and a bunch of other stuff, and she did a little booty do pop pop, left cheek, right cheek. Fine, it was all good. The stuff was covered. Here's what Kenny had to say.
Y'all over here slut shaming Megan Thee Stallion because she performed at a Kamala Harris rally in Atlanta, talking about she done set black women back. This is the way they look at us like this. There's a time and there's a place and there's a sense of decorum and why she out here twerking, da 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 da. She barely even did a 1-2. She barely did a left cheek, right cheek, drop low and then swang. She barely did any damn thing, and there was nothing wrong with her performance. First of all, I can tell that y'all are on the outside looking in because y'all didn't even pay attention to fucking performance, because Megan Thee Stallion said nobody gets to tell us what we do with our body, then proceed to play body yada 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 yada. Last time I checked, Megan Thee Stallion's always been an advocate about women having bodily autonomy. Did you not forget the Republicans were trying to take away your bodily autonomy, the right to choose to do with your goddamn body? But Megan Thee Stallion is the person that's holding y'all back, rather than the fucking orange Oompa Loompa bitch, fucking Agent Orange Donald damn Trump that took away women's reproductive rights. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Why y'all so concerned about what conservatives think about you? Why are you so concerned about what fucking Republicans think about you? They don't even look at us as human fucking beings, but yet you think Megan Thee Stallion is holding black women back because she's dancing on the fucking damn stage. First of all, look at Vice President Kamala Harris. There has been no woman in her position ever, period. And she carries herself with such dignity. And they still call her out her fucking name. It doesn't matter how you carry yourself. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter your accomplishments. It doesn't matter your accolades. It doesn't matter about your resume. They will never see us as human goddamn beings, but you so damn concerned about what white folks think. Y'all are so concerned about the wrong goddamn things. You better shake that ass. You better show that ass. You better do what the fuck you can with your body while you motherfucking can.
No, that's right. Thoughts and prayers, Dr. Robin.
Well, I mean, he made it plain. And what he's really what he's really talking about is, who am I? Not who does someone say that I am, but who am I? And when I am shifting myself based on what someone else is going to think of me, I want to make sure my lawn is mowed a certain way because I don't want people to say that we don't take care of our properties. I mean, there's so many ways that we are reacting to the oppressor, if you will, but the oppressor is actually living in us. And Karen, you talk a lot on this show, and so do I, about watching what we are thinking and watching who's sitting on the throne of our lives. And so this Megan, I mean, to me, when I heard this, I thought, what a distraction. What a distraction that we are talking about Megan, first of all, who can bring hundreds of thousands of votes that Vice President Harris cannot reach some of the people, many of the people. And so I really am thinking, how often do I have somebody throw the ball in the wrong direction and then I run after it and they're like, oh, God, I got you.
Got her.
Because
Got
I see that you're going to waste time talking about someone other than what the mission is really about, which is that Vice President Kamala Harris has a force and is a force to be reckoned with.
Facts. Thee Stallion has 32 million followers on Instagram, some overlapping, I'm sure, 15 million on Twitter. And yeah, she's reaching an audience of people who may not vote, may not be engaged, may not, but they know body, yada, 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 yada. They show up, they want her hotties. And if it ain't you, mind your business. let that woman cook.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's so weird. But it does speak to how people feel about themselves, because somehow you're offended because you believe that Meg Thee Stallion is what other people see all of us as.
Well,
so
that's
you're using, yes.
Exactly. I mean, Meg Thee Stallion, the thing is that she's defining herself for herself. And many of us who aren't free look at that and decide that she has the problem, when maybe actually the problem is that I'm still running around trying to get someone to tell me I'm okay, when Meg Thee Stallion is not. She's not. And so we want to struggle with, as a Black woman, she's setting us back. Well, how could she set you back if you're free? About what she's wearing, what she's not wearing. I mean, yeah.
There is, though, because of the way media operates and has operated. Because I was saying the beauty of being on Urban View is that we get to hear from so many different people from so many different walks of life, right? That have their own journeys and experiences. But in media, typically in television, which is why I love The Bear or Quinta Brunson and what she's been what she's about to do next. Y'all better pay attention, or even, Issa Rae or whatever, because we get to see all different kinds of Ava DuVernay's, different iterations of ourselves, so that we can even contend with a Tyler Perry in a world where there's so many other different voices. And we're going to talk about Tyler Perry tomorrow, but that's important, right? That there's so many representatives, so you can see, even the love story that's happening on Abbott Elementary. We don't get to see that in normal life, right? And everyone should see that, because it's aspirational that these nerdy teachers are also sexy and also fun and also caring and part of the community, love flowers and like he can plant stuff. It's important, and it's not an anomaly.
Well, exactly. And what you're talking about is the expansion, because what happened on the plantation is that we were pigeonholed into images that were not our own. I mean, we were never monolithic, even then, but someone controlled the images. And so it is so important that someone can see this vast array of women, but particularly of Black women, who you can see have a Meg Thee Stallion, and you can have the Vice President Kamala Harris coming right after her. And both of them are fully representing who they are and who we are as Black women. And so it's a piece of self-hatred, actually, when we become controlled by someone else's expression that is not our own. That's her expression. And Vice President Harris has her own. And you have yours and I have mine. And so when we are controlled by that really demonic stronghold that wants us to look just one way and behave one way, we are more bound than ever.
And freedom is the goal. Freedom is the
It's
north.
always the goal.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is
However
always
that.
the goal.
Yes.
My days are cooler, nights are warmer, and I put the blame on you. Time moves slow, but my heart beats faster. When these eyes are looking right